Well, we'll get started. Let's find our comfortable seat. I welcome you here to your practice. You can welcome your own self to your mat. Feel your body here. Sit bones, heavy and rooting down into the blanket or the mat. The spine rising nice and tall and long. Top of your head reaching up toward the sky like a sunflower, searching for the sun. The arms and hands relaxed, soft and easy, along with your breath. Notice your breath. Tune in to your breath. Feel the breath moving your body. Such a gentle move. You're not making it happen. You are breathing and you are being breathed. Welcome to use the mantra So Hum, meaning I am. As you inhale, saying so with your breath. And as you exhale, saying hum with your breath. Take a moment here and release the So Hum breath. And create your intention, your resolve, a word, a vision in your mind's eye, or a short phrase beginning with I or I am. Of what you deeply long to fulfill through your practice. What you deeply long to fulfill on a very, very deep personal level. Today or this week. This is about a way of being. I am peace. I am love. I am courageous. State your resolve to yourself 3 times with gratitude. Let's all take a deep breath in through the nose. Slowly exhale back out through the nose. Like a deep sigh through the nose. Inhale again. And exhale again. Slow. Gently open our eyes if they were closed. Release the cross of the legs. Let the legs come out in a gentle dragonfly position. And begin making some gentle movements with your ankles and feet and toes. Maybe bring in your shoulders. Do some shoulder rolls. As you draw the toes up and back towards you, maybe the shoulders come up. And as you point the toes, the shoulders go down. Play with the ankles and the feet, moving around in both ways, both circular ways. Pause with this movement. Let's bring the feet to the mat, floor. Bring the legs together and find some butterfly legs here, but we're not gonna forward fold just yet. Make it a gentle butterfly. And then while you're here, begin to do some Sufi circles. Taking the heart forward and then to the side and then out the back and around the other side. Very gentle movement here. Welcome to also bring the head and neck into it. See how that feels. Next time you get to center, take your circle the other way. One more in this direction. Turn back to center. Have the blocks handy if you think you might want to use them for props in your butterfly. Feel the sit bones rooting, grounding down. Inhale, lengthen the spine. And as you sigh, let the heart flow forward towards your feet. Play with that first edge. The moment you feel the body's resistance, pause there. You can pause there and say thank you. Tune into the breath. Can be where they feel naturally comfortable, to the mat, to the feet, forearms to blocks. Feet further away from the body. Gives a little more stretch along the back of the legs. Feet closer in to the body. Create a little bit more work into the hips. Be patient here with yourself and with your body just where it is today. Your neck feels stiff this morning or a little hung up, you could do some gentle movements with the neck. Gentle rolls or turning the head side to side or up and down. Just keep your gaze downward. These should be gentle, small movements. Just like life, this practice is one of patience. Patient is not just about waiting or being static while we long and wait for something to arrive. Patience is about flowing in harmony with the natural timing of what life is presenting to us, right here and right now. Being in harmony with what life is presenting to us right now. That's true patience. Two more breaths here. Notice them. With your next inhale, we'll slowly help ourselves to come back up. Plant the feet nice and wide. Gently do some windshield wipers. Come back and rest the legs again in a gentle dragonfly. Let's bring the arms up, inhaling. Touching the palms, interlacing the fingers, turn the palms up. As we exhale, take your arms downward toward one leg through the front. And as you get to the other leg, inhale the arms up. Exhaling down to center. Inhaling through the other side and up to center. Next time you get to the top, take the circles the other way. And we'll all slowly be back at the top. Take a long stretch up. And as you exhale, release the arms and do some wrist rolls on your way down. Move your fingers. Take your time. Great. Let's help one leg in and then the other. We're going to do a supported fish position, which means we'll use the blocks. One block will be flat for the shoulder blades. The other one can be on its long side for the head. You can also have both of them flat if you'd like to open the throat a little bit more. This will tilt you back a little bit more degrees. If you feel the block is too bumpy on the shoulder blades, you could always take part of your blanket or towel and drape it over the block here. The goal is to recline back so that the flat area of the shoulder blades rests on the block, and the very back of your head here, that bumpy part, settles nicely on the second block. The heart is lifted up. So make sure that those shoulder blades are nice and flat here. Scoot your shoulder. You could even maybe move up a little bit more that way towards the top of the block so it's not pinching your shoulders. Does that feel good on the back? Okay. Also possible to roll up a blanket and let it lift the shoulder blades. This works just as well. Settle here. Lifted heart. Let the arms flow as relaxed as possible. You can open them up out to T. You can make cactus arms if that were to feel good, or take them overhead. Just make sure the arms can rest, that you're not having to hold them up in any way. So if it works better for the arms to be a little lower, then do that so that the floor is supporting the arms from behind. Awareness to your feet. Notice the feet relaxing, surrendering. See about those toes just flopping outwards, which means you're not holding the legs. Legs completely released, resting on the floor. Or if that is pulling too much on the lower back, you're welcome to bend the legs and plant the feet. You want the lower spine to feel safe. So if that creates too much strain in having the legs long, try the bent legs. And bring awareness to the front hips, the hip flexors. Flexors releasing, relaxing. Notice the belly and the ribs and chest. Moving with the breath. The inhale, creating a rise. The exhale, creating a fall. lifted upward. The throat open. Notice if there's any constriction in your throat. Perhaps take a gentle swallow. And then feel the breath move in and out through the throat area. Listen here. Just like life, this practice is one of listening in. Listen with your heart rather than your ears. Listening with your heart opens a static-free channel. It allows an intimate connection and a true understanding to take place. Two more breaths here. And slowly we'll bend the legs, plant the feet, and start to roll onto one side. And then release the blocks and blanket from underneath and come up to seated. Let's find legs in front, hands at heart center. Inhale deeply. As you exhale, press the hands together forward. Tuck the chin down, creating this cat here in a seated position. As you inhale next, open the arms wide. Exhale, find your seated cat. Tuck the chin down. Inhale, open the arms out to T. Bring your gaze back up. Again, exhale down, tuck the chin. Inhale, come up. Exhale down. And this time, let the hands flow down to the legs, resting on the legs, finding a gentle forward fold here. Very relaxed. Do not strive for how far you can go. Be as relaxed as possible. listening in. Two more breaths here. And slowly we'll start to rise back up. You can use your hands for some support. Just turn the palms up. Inhale, reach. Take a moment here to stretch through one side and the other. Lengthen. And we'll start flowing the arms down again with wrist rolls, finger movements. Put the shoulders into it if you want. Flow in both directions. Fluidity from shoulders all the way down the arms and out through the fingertips. All the way down. Great. Let's transition into a child's position. You may want to bring in your blanket for the knees. We'll bring ourselves into wide knees and big toes toward one another, maybe perhaps touching. Then you can settle the hips downward toward the heels, the arms nice and long, forehead down. Forehead needs some support. You can always bend the arms, stack the hands, and support the forehead, or you can bring in a block for underneath the forehead. Make your shoulder and arm stretch more active here by walking the hands further forward toward the short edge of the mat, lengthening the arms a little bit more, and then letting them rest. Notice how it expands the side body a little further. like to add a tricep stretch here, the options would be to bend at the elbows, make prayer hands behind the head, or take hands to the shoulders. This creates a deeper stretch on the underside of the arm, the upper arms. And if that's not enough for you for the tricep stretch, bringing in some blocks underneath the elbows will really intensify this. And will create an even deeper stretch into the shoulders. Listen to the body. Our practice is not one of how far can I take this for the sake of doing so. It's one of listening, being patient, checking in with the body to what's beneficial. Breathing in, I am patient. And breathing out, I listen. Patient. Breathing out, I listen. Two more breaths. Are behind your head or at your shoulders, let them flow back down. Use the hands for support to rise back up. Bring the knees underneath the hips distance apart. And from here, you can do some alternate leg stretching in a tabletop position. Or you can go into a downward facing dog. Sending the hips up, lengthening through the legs, making an upside down V position with the body. Planting the hands, feeling the palms of the hands in either position, whether that's tabletop or downward dog. Feeling those palms of the hands rooting down into the mat. Fingers spread as wide as possible. The more you spread those fingers as you are able, and the more that you ground the palms, the more support your wrists will have. If you're in downward dog, think about taking the hips up. You can even have the knees slightly bent to start with. This is a good downward dog right here. And then you can play with lengthening the legs or not. And as you're ready, we'll make our way back down to the mat. We're going to bring in the use of our strap now. Big wide loop, as wide as your strap will go. And if you want to lay your blanket out for your spine, you can do so. We're gonna sit first and take the strap around your body. Make sure the D-ring is going to be like near one of your hands, left or right hand, it doesn't matter. This part of the strap will be here like at the upper waist. You're gonna lie back. From here, you can take the balls of the feet and take them to the strap. Adjust the strap so that when you extend the legs up, it's not going to cut into your waist or back or anything like that. And from here, you can loosen the strap or tighten it as you need to. If for some reason your strap is not long enough to do this, then let it go from the waist and just simply put it around the balls of the feet and hold the strap way close to your body so the arms will stay down and relaxed. The reason we're putting the strap around our waist is simply so that we're not creating a bunch of effort with our shoulders and arms and hands. So if you're gonna hold the strap with the hands, let the arms come all the way down. Hold the strap as close to the mat as possible, so you're not extending the shoulders. Another option to this, if we had more wall space, would be to do legs up the wall. And then the heels can rest at the wall. But since we don't have enough wall space here, we're trying to use the strap to accomplish this. Take care that that D-ring on the strap is not cutting into any part of your body, whether that's your feet, your legs, or your back, or your hips. And if your legs happen to want to fall down, you can always bring the blanket underneath the hips and lift up the buttocks just a little bit. And it will be like an anchor to you. Getting just right with this one can take a little time. Once you've settled and you feel like the legs are good, rest. Let the shoulders rest. Let the throat and the neck rest. The head rest. patience. It's about being with this moment without bringing in your expectations, without bringing in your resistance, without bringing in ignorance. Being with the moment just as it is. Breathing in, I see with the eyes of my heart. Breathing out, I accept the moment. If at any time your feet start to get tingly, or there's any numbing sensations, feel free to bend the knees and bring them in toward the chest. Couple more breaths here. We'll slowly all bend the legs and draw the knees into the chest. Knees to chest hug. You can rock side to side. Surrender the feet down. Unhook the strap from around you if it's still around your waist. Set the strap to the side. And let's lengthen the body nice and long. A really long, tall grass. Reach the arms in one direction, the legs in the other as you inhale. Activate the stretch through the bottoms of the feet and through the fingertips. And as you exhale, release all effort and go as limp as possible. Inhaling to activate the stretch, lengthening the whole body. And exhaling to release all effort and go as limp as possible. One more. And keeping a relaxed body, we're gonna leave the hips just where they're at and walk the heels to the right side. Angling the legs, but hips remain in place. Once you start to feel like the hips want to move, that's as far as you go with the heels. And next, we'll take the shoulders, head, and arms and angle them as well toward the right. So we're creating closing in on the right and an opening up all along the left body side. Big, deep, crescent moon shape. If you feel like your arms or hands could use a little support, we can bring in the blocks underneath. Or you can always take the left arm and take it out to T instead. Feel the extension of the whole body here. The long legs, the heels touching the floor, the left hip, the left side of the torso and the left ribs. Expansion along the left arm. Any numbness, tingling, or shooting sensations in the shoulders or arms signify the need to make an adjustment. Let us not be in a shape for the sake of being in a shape. Let us listen and tune in and understand with our heart, hear with our heart, see with our heart. Heartfelt listening requires an inner quietude. Heartfelt listening asks us to create space to receive, and then space to be able to give. One more breath here. We'll slowly walk our arms, shoulders, and head back to center, and then the heels, feet back to center. Drawing then the knees to the chest, knees to chest hug, rocking side to side. Or you can put the legs in a 90-degree position and roll the knees around in one direction and then the other. Slowly release the legs back down nice and long. Bring the arms up overhead, resting to the floor. And let's go to the other side with our crescent moon shape. We start with the heels, keeping the hips in place. Heels to the left. And then shoulders, head, and arms to the left. Creating the crescent moon shape now. Closing towards the left side and stretching nice and open through the right. bring in a block or two to support the right arm if necessary. Or take that arm out to T if you feel any tingling, numbness, or anything like that. The block can go underneath that right hand or underneath the lower arm on the forearm. Listen with the ears of your heart. See with the eyes of your heart. Heartfelt listening asks us to be willing to temporarily put aside our habitual thoughts, views, and feelings in order to deeply hear, deeply understand. Create a quiet, open space within. Breathing out, I am able to deeply hear and deeply understand. Quiet, open space within. Breathing out, I am opening to deeply understand. Last breath here. Slowly bring your head, arms, and shoulders back to center. And then the legs. And slowly draw the knees into the chest. Find any final releases. Knees to chest, hug, rocking, or the circles with the knees. You can also find a happy baby. And rock in your happy baby. settle into your Shavasana, your corpse pose. Widen the legs a bit. Let the toes flop outward. Move the hands and arms a little bit away from the body. Let the fingers be as relaxed as possible. Shoulder blades nice and flat against the mat. Easy breath. Your body is breathing and you are being breathed. Releasing all effort. All of the effort into no effort. Begin to deepen your breath. Deep inhales, long, slow exhales. And to gently find some movements in the feet and toes, hands and fingers. Perhaps gentle rolling of the head side to side. And then slowly make your way onto the side body in the fetal position, our position of new beginnings, new opportunities, a whole new life before us. We call your intention here, your resolve. Say it again to yourself with gratitude, with faith. We'll slowly come up to seated. With our hands at heart center. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me and with one another. I hear you, see you, and I feel you. Namaste.
Namaste.
Have a wonderful day. Thank you.